One of the things about being an associate justice on the Minnesota Supreme Court that is not well understood by the public is the multifaceted nature of the job. By that I mean, the public sees a member of the court as someone who, in this courtroom that we're in today, sits with his or her colleagues, asks questions of lawyers, writes opinions, generally does the work, the visible work of a member of the court. But there's another part of the job that isn't necessarily visible to the general public that takes a great deal of our time. Actually, there are at least two other parts. One piece of it is what I would call the administrative part of the job. For example, I serve on the Judicial Council, which is the governing body for the courts here in Minnesota. But in addition to that, I, along with all of my colleagues, have at least one and sometimes two judicial districts that we are liaisons to, so that we travel the state to be with our colleagues on the district court bench and to listen to their concerns. We also make appearances at a wide variety of institutions, service clubs, schools, other places to explain what the courts do. And we also have committee responsibilities. For example, I chaired the Public Access Committee working on a new set of rules governing the public's access to information. I also serve on the Civil Rules Committee, Civil Appellate Rules Committee, dealing with the rules that govern our appellate practice. Each of us has those responsibilities, and they consume a substantial amount of our time. The other part of the job that the public doesn't see is our work in deciding what cases we're going to hear in the future. So, for example, we meet once or twice a month to consider cases that will be added to the calendar for consideration in the months ahead. That process involves reading on any given setting anywhere between 500 and 1,200 pages, listening to the discussion that we engage in with our colleagues about whether or not we should take a particular case, and then issuing an order indicating that we're going to take that case. All of that is preparatory to the work that takes place in this courtroom, and again, is not seen by the public. I don't say these things because they're complaints. They aren't. It's like the job or the work that any citizen of the United States, resident of Minnesota, does. There are parts of your responsibilities that aren't well understood or seen by your friends and neighbors. That's true here too, and it was something that I should have known was coming, but perhaps didn't fully appreciate.